So, and this isn't just for you, this is for everybody. So, in any fighting game, not just Tekken, it's also like Melee, it's also Street Fighter, it's also Dive Kick, it's also King of Fighters, it's also Bloody Roar, whatever. You'll notice in any game that you learn with, there's like a pyramid, right, of how you learn the game. And I think that they're fundamental to each other, right? And there's basically 3 stages, right?
Okay.
There is stage 1, and this is something that Maximilian Duda said, like, this is across everything.
Whoops.
There is the first stage, which is knowing how to control your character, right?
Right.
Like, how to make it literally like fit like a glove. Like,
right.
I make sure I make this guy on the left here do exactly what I want it to do, right?
Right.
I want to know that when I do something, like attack or defend, I feel confident enough to doing that, right?
Right. Like you don't know if it's gonna come out or not. No, it should always be exactly what you want every time.
You should have full confidence that, you know, you should be able to do something.
Right.
Right. For Tekken, that's like a little harder because it's a little finicky on how it teaches you like how to do so. The closest thing it does is like teaches you combos, which is a step and something you can very clearly like grind out, right?
Yeah.
And like I can obviously, you see me do this like all the time, which like that's fundamental. But the reason why it's like the most important thing is because in high pressure situations, like if you can't do what you want to do, it's over. That's how, like if you mess up on your own fault, like that's just like how it is. And you see it all the time, right? It's like in Melee, if you unintentionally side B off the stage,
right?
Or you know, if you miss a boost grab or something, like that is where you tried to do something but you lost control of your own character, right?
Yeah.
That's like one layer. Then the second layer is knowing how to punish your opponent's character, right? Like you're confident in everything you can do, but it's a 2-player game, so you need to see what this person is doing, right? And just like in Tekken, with how crazy complex your character is, theirs is just as crazy complex.
Right.
Right. And this is not, remember, the character and the player are 2 very different things.
Right.
You'll see all the time about how it's like, oh, I'll fight this double Jin and he plays this way and I can beat him all the time. But then I play this Mishima and then I don't know what the hell to do. Right.
Right.
So that's basically how it goes for like these 3 levels. And in tournament, you will fight players who are at different stages of those 3, right?
Right.
You'll see people who, you know, just join in for fun and they're barely done in stage 1 and they don't really know how to control their character, to, oh my god, I have to go fight Shimpalo, who's clearly a stage 3, right? So, in my opinion, what's difficult about Tekken is there's already like a pretty high learning curve for stage 1, which is absolutely fair, right? Like movement and you know, blocking and sidestepping and different execution for your movements, right? Like there's very clearly characters that you don't need much execution to win, right? Like
relatively,
Lars does not need as much as Jin to win, but that's valuable, right, in tournaments, right? Because it doesn't matter how good a character is, or if they can't execute what they're trying to do, it's over, right?
Right.
That's why, and it's the exact same thing in Melee, right? Like
Puff.
Puff and Falco, right?
Yeah.
Exactly like the exact same situation, right? That's already hard enough, but in my opinion, what the hardest thing to get to like that next stage of like understanding like your opponent's character, it's like, think about already how hard it is for yourself, but now you have to do it for another thing, right? And I don't think, and this is my personal opinion, I don't think the game does a really good job of telling you when it's safe to retaliate, right?
Right.
And this is my number one problem, like, with the game. And once you accept this, this will help you a lot more of just like understanding, like, okay, this is that situation, and these are like these general rules, and these are these other situations, right? Mm-hmm. I think that visual consistency in this game is like completely whack.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I'm gonna give you like an example, mm-hmm. right? So everyone talks about how there's like 1 million characters in this game, which is fair, and they have 1 million moves, which is also fair. Those are two very fair things. But when a new player is already comfortable of getting from that first stage and they want to get to the second stage to like be good, they have to like use a different skill set, right?
Right.
So obviously one of the most important skill sets is block punishment, right? Yeah. So I know myself, like I know what my punishers are, right? Like I know if I block like I know what frame data is. I know that if I block a move and it's -13 and I'm crouching, I do this. Like I already know that. That's instinctive, right? So the character on my right is Kazumi. Now she might not be as popular as she is now, but she is still by far one of the most popular new characters in Tekken 7. She's used at every single level, right? From level 1 to level 3, right? R/ basically one Evo with this character. She's very fundamental. And even though she doesn't have as many moves, you notice Kazumi's only used like, what, 6?
Yeah.
Maybe? So as a new player and I want to learn, okay, I'm online and I see this character. What can I do to beat this character, right? And I notice that she has this move, right? Which is, oh wait, I pressed the wrong button. Is this, down forward 1-2, right? So me looking at this, it is a hand swipe to an overhead. Don't even look at the middle part yet. Just look at what she's doing. Actually, let me turn that off. That'll make this a lot easier. Hit properties got, right? And let's, we can turn this one off.
Okay.
So just looking at what she does, right? This character does a hand swipe and then like an overhead chop, right?
Yeah.
So now I see this and I see, okay, it's -13. Well, I'm +13, but same difference, right? And I know, because I have control of my character, I can do this. Boom. Right. And it says punish. So now I've learned a very popular character's very popular move out of, that is like amazing, right? Like I just learned a fundamental key point of the matchup, right? So that's cool. That's great. Right. That's like enticing you to learn, right? You got one piece of the puzzle, right? So that's one character, right?
Okay.
So now let's go to, where is he? This guy, right? Heihachi is also, not as popular, but still pretty popular. Legacy character since the first game.
Right.
And a lot of people still use him. And then, you go into online mode because most people play online. And you notice that he actually has something kind of similar, right?
Right.
If anything, it's also the same input, right? So you see here, okay, now I'm a new player, right? I'm learning, I see this, it's the same like literal visualization, right? Up, overhead swipe, right? Same thing. So
and -13.
That's amazing, right? I've learned 2 popular characters on 2 of their most popular moves. And
I see where this is going.
No, like I know where you see this is going, but I'm milking this for content.
Yeah,
right?
I like it.
So you're thinking like, now I have this rule that's in my head, right?
Mm-hmm, right.
I'm laughing at this, but this is for millions of moves, right? Like I have the rule where if they do this, I can punish it, right? And I can fight back. That's like amazing, right?
Right.
Okay. So that's all great. But now we have, Mr. DLC here, who didn't even have this move in older Tekkens. Like he just got it like this season, right? So his also is kind of similar. It's like, let me see it. It's that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now everyone talks about how this character's top tier. He's used in tournaments. Like, who cares, right? I am a player who has done my homework, and I have studied that whenever some dude does a hand swipe to an overhead, I'm just gonna block, hold back, and I'm gonna do my 13 frame Punisher, right? Like, who cares, right? So now I'm in the match, I'm playing, right? And here we go. Well, that messed up, but that's not. But you see how it doesn't say punish, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't say punish, so it's not a punish. Like, what the hell is going on? Well, it turns out, funny enough, that the second hit of this move is a high. Even though it literally looks like he's chopping it downwards. How the hell in the heat of a match are you supposed to remember this? Right?
Right.
Like, it's just too hard. Right? And granted, yeah, once I know, I can do whatever I want.
Right.
But this happens all the time. Like, you'll see, this is why in tournaments you say, like, oh my god, he didn't punish it, is because of shit like this. Right?
Right.
So that's tough, right? Now, the second thing, that's like a big thing, right? Block punishment, right?
Right.
The second thing that also players struggle with when trying to learn the game is throws, right?
Right.
So let's say I already know the basic rule that, you know, they reach out with their left hand, the corresponding limb, right? Left arm, left break. Right arm, right break. And then both hands, you know, you press 1+2, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing for Panda, right? Like, you should know. Oh wait, I don't even know their inputs. I'll just pull it up. Like, I know this, right? He ends with both. I press 1+2. Boom, I'm out of there, right? And I get some nice positional advantage, whatever, right?
Right.
Okay. But now, if I do it correctly, I think it's this. Yeah, okay. So this, right? This is the throw.
Yeah.
Okay. But now what the hell am I supposed to do? It's their face. Right?
Yeah.
So maybe I'll just but I'm in practice mode, right? So okay, here we go. I'm mashing one. Okay, that didn't work. And you hear me mashing it. Alright, I'm mashing two. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, let's try this. I press 1+2. Okay, it's unbreakable. That's kind of weird. So if I'm in this situation, right, because what's the move? No, it's like, what's the one where he does that? Okay.
Okay, yeah.
How do you stay in his
I don't know.
stance?
I have no idea.
Okay, let's say I'm a good bear player, right? And then I do not that. Oh my god, I do that, right? So that's an approach tool that gets him into hunting bear stance, because this is a hunting bear stance throw. So just use your imagination, right? Like, it's there. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't just back away because this move closes the distance, right? So like, he's already done it. I can't just like back away because I need to see what they're doing, right?
Right.
So what the hell am I supposed to do? I'm in an unwinnable situation. Well, if you have, after searching through about 3 different pages of Reddit, and, you know, the entire move list, and trying to turn on every single property that you can, you'll actually realize if he does the throw, it's a high. But I want you to tell me why this is a high. I literally want you to tell me that.
Right through your body.
How the hell is a new player supposed to know this? Give me an answer. Right?
Just go to practice mode and make him do this specific move.
Yep. And then now do that for what, 5,000 moves? It's like too hard, right?
Yeah.
So what can we do to make the process like a little easier? So I play with Fear, who is probably what, top 10 in America, maybe, who plays like a million characters. He's like TGO. He just got third at the last ICFC. And like I kept playing him, and I'm just like, you know, what the hell do I do like against this guy? Because he kept like countering like very safe things, right? Like he would do down forward one, and then I would try to get in my mixed stance, then he beat everything, right?
Right.
So there's this video. You probably have watched it, but like this, like I need you to like, I'll put it in like Tekken general, like just to know. But this is not only just like, okay, yeah, block punishing, but like how to defend, right? Because defense is not the same as blocking. Defending is like just countering of what they're trying to do next, but blocking is just like holding back, right? Like that is an option.
Right.
So basically there are 3 ways that you can defend in Tekken. There is you block and punish, which is like what I showed you. There is you duck, or you use movement, right?
Right.
So holding back, ducking, and then sidestepping or backdashing, right? Fear told me that whenever like an opponent is doing something, for you as a defender, doing nothing is the easiest. Not the best, but it is the easiest. And the reason why that is because you need to capture information about your opponent. You need to see like what they're doing, right? Because you're always talking about, I don't know what like this guy's doing. He's doing all these crazy stances. He's going crazy. He's doing everything. Even just like taking the hits just to see what they do next, you know, that's it. So I'll ask you a question on this because I picked the wrong character.
Okay.
When you're holding back against Asuka, what do you have to look out for if I'm just holding back? What do I have to look out for? Lows and throws, right?
Right.
Because you can literally block every high, you could block every mid, and the reason like why she doesn't have like a good low is because she has that like unblockable kick, which she only does when you're already hit anyway. So as Asuka, let me switch. Here's like all the lows she can do, right? She can do that. She can do that, but that's a snake edge and you can see it.
Right.
She has this, but she has to risk herself in like full crouch. And then she has like this, which like if she hits you and you don't press, doesn't matter, right? So I think it's like, what is it, the second hit? Yeah, right? So if this first hit hits, like who cares about the second one if you're just holding back, right? That's all she has. And then she has like throws, but you can practice it. So now that I know that's literally all she can do, that's all I need to look out for, right? Because all I can do is, even if it's this, and we can talk about the situation, right? So have you seen Asuka's like do this?
Yes.
Right? Okay. So the important thing about doing nothing that will help you right now, and I've told this to, I think Mouth, don't punish the first thing. Punish the second thing. Okay?
Right.
I'm gonna repeat that again. Punish the second thing. Because this is how people move links together. And I will show you a million examples, right? So let's try this, right? If I panic, she gets me, right? Like, she just gets me, right? If I just wait, then she's totally open, right? And you can do whatever you want. You can wait till she's over. If you have a move that's like a knee or an elbow, you can get them. You can rage art. You can do your own retaliation. See how much easier this annoying ass move just got by just waiting. See how much easier that got?
Yeah.
And you don't even have to worry about the first part, because you'll see how it's a mix.
Oh, okay.
But like if I'm just blocking, oh, that's 10, but that punishes that. And if I'm just blocking the first one, then I'm just waiting, right? Like I just lose my turn. Who cares? They're at disadvantage. They are the ones who should be panicking, not you, because they're -6. You have 6 frames to play with, and if you use those 6 frames to gather information, that's so much better. Because a lot of situations in Tekken 7 disincentivize you to jab between the first and second hit. So here's like this example, right? Like I'll show you again. I even did the short one. That beat that. That's like one example. And a lot of DLC characters the exact same way, right? A lot of DLC characters, it's like the same way. There's this situation, right, that Jack's probably done, or maybe he can learn. That beat, and I'm launched. I even just did one jab, and that beat me, and I'm holding back. But if I'm punishing the second thing, I'm gonna get him. See, I'm just waiting for the second one.
Right.
That's like one example. So like what's another classic example, right?
Like Tim's setup, right? Where the last hit of his string is a high, and then he does a counter hit, wall splat confirm. That's like -15.
Yeah, I think that's like something 1 2 1. It's like, hold on. What is it? No. What is it?
I don't know.
I could probably just look at the move list.
2 3 hit string.
What is it?
They're 2 3 hit strings, but I don't know what they are.
Is it that? Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, so it's what is it? It's a start. And then it's, yeah, okay. I remember it. So it's 1 3 1 1 2 1. Hold on. I did it too fast. I'm not a drag player. I'm clearly not a drag player. Hold on. That. Okay, right?
Nice.
So, forget that this is a high. Just forget that. You'll learn that later.
Oh, wait. That's the wrong one.
The point is, it's the exact same idea.
Yeah.
Hold on. See, I tried to jab and it didn't work and I got launched. But if I'm just waiting for the second thing, -14. You play a character that can capitalize on this. For just waiting. See? So, waiting just for the second thing is like what's gonna be important, right? This also applies for, what's another example? That's just like blocking, right? And like waiting, right?
Right.
If we're gonna talk about low parry, what's a good example I could do? Let you low parry the second one. I got one. This is what I call the Shadow 20Z, right?
Oh boy.
Where is it? No, not that.
It's a request the Katarina one next.
Oh, easily. That I got. Okay, we'll do that right now. For just block. Actually, we can do that for the next one, which is sidestep. So we'll do that next. Did I already set it? Yes, I did. Repeat action. Record. Wait, what's the input? Okay, that's it. Okay, hold on. Okay, that, right? So, now that we see it, even when he's like hella minus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's because it like hits him. I know how I'll do this. So let's try like this. Wait, oh, does it have to hit?
I don't know.
It doesn't. Let's start over. Okay, that's how you do it, but I pressed the wrong way. Okay. That, you get the idea.
Yeah,
right? Even if I'm just blocking, now I know I'm waiting for the second thing. Because I'm like, what, -7 it said? Even when I'm -7, just waiting to see what they do next. So now on this round, did they go low? Or, you know, did they go mid? Or, sorry. That's a high. Holy crap. What's a good one? It's a... Right? Did they go high or did they go mid? Right? Or low, did they go mid? Okay, that time you went. So now I know, depending on the situation, like that's what they do. Even just blocking both cases, I take like what, maybe 20 damage, but I get information of what they're gonna do next, right?
Right.
Like you could rage art in between this, you could parry this, like just by waiting on the second thing, right? In a Katarina case, because that was heavily requested, okay. I think we all know this one. Oh wait, no, wait. Is it 1-1-2? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, that's it. We've all know this one, right? I even jabbed, didn't work. So I gave you an example of one blocking to beat this one. I gave you an example of ducking. But I don't know if Lars can backdash this. I think you can sidestep. Boom. Even if it's a safe move, they have a weakness to it generally. The only times when you'll see someone do like a homing move is if it's like really fast and it really doesn't give that much reward. Like this, what is it, 20 damage plus 4? This is like a rare example. Lots of homing moves are a lot slower, right? And generally require a lot more commitment. But in every single case of not just blocking, of defense, of waiting for the second move is gonna pay you dividends, right? And how to know what their second move is that, Shay, you're already comfortable with your own character. Just look at them. Just look at them. Because this is like the key of why you thought, oh, I thought I blocked that snake edge, right? Mm-hmm. Because, let's do an example. Like that. And then I might be totally exposing myself here, right? What is it, down by 4? Yeah, okay. If I look at my opponent, then it'll be a lot easier for me. I see, I missed it that time, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, see how in like 2 cases, like I was able to just do it by looking at them, even with this fucking unseeable like hop kick. Like I just reacted to the second one. I just made it easier by looking at them a lot more. And that's why like you'll see the quote unquote like mix up, right? With Brian. What is it? Orbital Snake Edge?
Yeah.
Nah.
A classic.
Classic.
I didn't even know that was a mix-up.
It's not a mix-up. It's just a test to see if your reactions are good.
Oh, you should have done back 3 to Snake Edge with Katarina. I hit you with it.
Well, no, I blocked it the first time.
And then the rest.
I blocked it the first time, so that's incorrect.
I know. You would believe how many people I hit that in my locals. It was funny.
See, after literally just looking at my opponent, I made it way, way easier. And I know it's online, and I know all that shit, and that's true. Heck, if you really wanted to, you could be a chat about it and try it on more leniency. And I even messed it up there. I get it. But the important thing is that waiting and reacting is, remember, I'm not saying it's the best, but for you right now, it is the easiest way to learn faster.
Mm-hmm.
And that also goes for throws. Like, I'll show you even with like throws, at least for me, what I thought was just like, you know, what is this they put for his throws? I actually don't know. But yeah, that. Like, he'll try and press it like as fast as possible. You're like, you see the throw and you're like, oh shit, what do I do, right? The throw window is actually pretty large. So generally a throw, what's that?
Except for Fakuram.
No, they fixed that. That was not the case, but they fixed that. What they did was a throw comes out in 12 frames, and then the break window is 14 frames, which is 26 frames, which is like about a snake edge. And you can wait till the last freaking frame to do anything. It used to be 12 and 12, that's why it was like a little harder. And generic throws like exist, but notice how late I'm gonna do this and I'll still break it. Look how late that was, and I still got it. Because I'm looking at the hands.
And for a character like King, wouldn't it be harder to...
Okay, so that'll go into my next thing, right?
Oh, okay.
So, Shay, does that all make sense?
Yes.
About waiting is right now, for you, the easiest. I know it's tough. I know it's a video game, and I know we all have monkey brains. We want to press every 5 seconds because I play a fucking speedy character.
Game.
I get it. It's hard. That's why I can't stream this game and play it for 8 hours, because my brain is numb after work. But, so, now you're thinking, okay, just wait, but do I have to, like, 100% absolutely, like, react to everything? No, you can actually use your information around you to help you with tells, right? So let's think of an example. Let me go. I'm gonna pick. I don't know if Dozen's here, but I'm gonna pick layout. And then I'm gonna go to like a walled stage, right?
Okay.
Okay. So let's go. Here.
Get ready for the next battle.
So, for a lot of players, like at your level, a lot of them will do options. Oh, let me turn this rage off. They're gonna do options that are like just enough, right? So remember how I said within that first fundamental layer, like they know their character? That also includes like, I know this hell sweep does 34 damage, right?
Okay.
Like I know if I do this, it does like that much of a chunk, right? But what's also interesting is a risk versus reward dynamic, right? So let's do restart position, wall. I think it's which positions? Oh, that's not where I wanted to go, but
His positions. Wait, which wall are you trying to get to? You want
that,
from Leo
the break.
into the wall or to the break?
I can have it perk to me, or
You go to gimmick. Restart position.
Oh, really?
Yeah, restart position. You're gonna put.
That's an option? Oh, that's sick. Bro, I don't even know practice mode. Okay. So, does it reset? Whatever. Okay, so you know, right? Shay,
Yep.
that this move is fucking annoying as all hell, right? Hell sweep, right? So what's interesting about Leo's hell sweep, let's get Leo out of the way, right? Is it causes this knockdown, right? See how it like kind of pushes?
Yeah.
And you'll sometimes see even something like this, right? Like it causes like this knockdown, right? Knockdowns are what make basically the wall game so much like scarier, right? So now that I'm the Lars player, right? With my back is to the wall, right? Like who cares if I'm out in the open and I get hit by this, right? Who cares, right? Reset to neutral, I take some damage, but if I have a lot and it's in the middle, like who cares, right? But if I'm here, it's a catastrophe because I eat a full combo, right?
Right.
So this is like what's scary. Oh, it does restore.
And you also are put back in the same situation because you go all the way to the wall, depending on the characters.
Right. So that's like hella scary. So what's scary about like being against the wall is that I showed you literally an unseeable low, and now I'm literally about to show you an unseeable mid. So you have two options that are unseeable that's like getting you a full combo, right? So with that like wall game being there, that's like what makes it better. You also have to like understand like which one are they rather going to do, right? So we'll do it as a thought exercise. Let's say I have like 70% life and my back is to the wall, but Leo here is in rage, right? Like 40 damage. Whatever one she does, which is this or this, she dies from it, right? I block the mid, she gets punished. I block the low, like she gets punished, right? So in Leo's case, this is a true 50-50. But if you have already shown from previous examples that like you're not blocking low, but you have 70, like a 70 damage like combo, which one do you think she's gonna do? The low, right?
Oh, hell sweep, yeah.
Exactly. So I've told this to like Dozen because like I've seen him like have that 70% lead and like does a hell sweep and it like gets blocked anyway because it's like backwards, right? So the reason why hell sweeps exist in this game is not only to like condition you, but also understand what your decision making is based on positioning and based on health. High level Tekken, you've probably heard from Landon, like high level Tekken just looks like you're doing nothing for 40 minutes and then everyone goes crazy the last 15 seconds, right? Basically, like high level, you see, like they just kind of do this,
right?
Then they do this, and then 15 seconds they're like, oh my god, like we got to do something, and then that's like where these like kind of comes out, and that's like kind of true. But the still main example of where am I? Like I have the Leo here as advantageous, right? Like she can do whatever the hell she wants. Oh, maybe not there, but you know what I mean, right? Like she has a plethora of like options to like do so, right? So even though on paper this move is unseeable, because your back is against the wall and because they have to risk it all and they know that this is going to kill you, that's when you block low. Right. That's why, you see what I mean? So in two cases of one just being in the open of waiting for the second thing, and then for when you're in like a walled stage, depending on your positioning, informs decisions. People just, at least good players, don't randomly just like do this. Like they're doing this with a purpose. Like you'll see why like you'll see I don't know if I can get the combo, but it's what is it? It's not that. It's to that, right? the whatever it's called. It's let's see if I can try it. That, right?
Right.
How do you do the rage drive? You hold it. It's right. So I know, like, also there's like this, right? And I've just been reset, right? So this is what is important about understanding matchups, is like not only what they like to do as the second thing is like to link moves together, but also when is it the time to use it, right? So with rage, of course, she's like going to go for that like that same example of what I showed you. She's not going to hell sweep here. She's going to do that because this does more damage, right? And she does a full combo and I'm dead. That's why. So waiting for the second thing and then understanding your positioning of what they're going to do is going to help you like immensely. And then on top of that, looking at their character. But looking at their character, again, is fundamental to everything that I showed you, right? Because now that I've looked at Leo, right, I know what she's going to do because I know where my positioning is.
Right.
Does that all make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Risk reward.
Those are like the two biggest things that like helped me. So that's why you're saying like, oh my gosh, why is it that Chichi, like I always do 3+4, but then I do one time where it's 3+4 and he ducks it like every time, is because I figured out a tendency based on position and health.
Right.
That's why.
Okay.
That's essentially why. And that's okay. Like me playing against like these higher level players, they need to call me out on like shit like this. Like I was playing literally GM like today. I would like a common thing you'll see me do is like this into like this to see what they do, because again people are preemptively like pressing jab, and I do that because that like catches jabs.
Right.
He would purposely like wait because he knows I'm preemptively gonna do movement and a button and would match it for me.
Right.
He literally did that for me like 4 straight games.
So he
And that's,
punished
like,
the second thing.
He literally punished the second thing against me. So it's not only one, understanding your opponent's habits, it's like what they're doing against you. So if you're thinking like, man, like he's catching on that I've done like down back 3 into like down back 3, that's because like against the wall, like no one's gonna duck against Law because he's got a million wall splitting mids, which is why you do slide, right? Which is, again, like think of slide like house sweep, right? It's designed for them to like condition,
right?
But if they catch on to your conditioning patterns, that's what gets you. And Tekken is a very punishing game, which is like why people play, is because they feel like they genuinely outplayed somebody. Because like I get this like massive combo, right? And like I like kill you. You see me do that all the time, right? Like that's what's like punishing. And some people are like, I want to have situations where I have better neutral control, like Alyssa, or I want situations where it's hard for me to get it, but once I do, I kill you, which is like Lars. Or I want, you know, situations where even though there are rules to throws, I want to break the rules, like King. And that's another example, right? So that was what I was going to show you next, because someone brought that up.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's okay. It's okay. It needs to like restart anyway.
Okay.
Okay, let's do.
What does Katarina fall in that category? You said like it's just, you know, the getting up and then blow you up. The ones like King trying to break the rules of throws.
Yeah. So you'll see like with King, right? If Ron's here, he's gonna be pissed because I'm giving away his secrets.
Oh my God. I can figure out King if I just look at the move list and
right. Shining Wizard, right?
Okay.
There's this, which you'll see. Both hands, right? So
here we go.
Oh wait, I didn't do it fast enough. It's like, oh my God, I hate 1+2 rage arts. And then there's the second thing, right? Which is like what is the input for giant swing? Is it forward, half circle, back? It is. Okay. Shut up. I don't want to see this.
You can restart.
But I pressed the wrong
we
button on my
love
stick.
watching it.
I hate this rage art. It's so stupid.
What?
Okay. And then there's wait, what is it? What is the input? I just saw it. Forward, back. Okay. That's weird. It's
What do the stars and combos mean again?
neutral.
Neutral. That's what I thought. Okay, take it.
Am I just doing it too slow, or am I an idiot? There we go. Okay. I was doing it too fast. I know you forget about buffering it. Forget all about all that. Bruh. I can't play this fucking character.
Bro, this is me labbing anything.
You know what? I'm too lazy. Oh wait, can you not like just do it?
Can you move list it?
I don't think you can. No, you can't.
That's so sad.
Wait, which move can you not move list?
His throws.
No, it's okay. Well, some of them you can, but
Yeah.
bruh. Don't let Ron see this. Cut this out.
Yeah, it's cut it out.
There we go. I got
Nice.
it. Okay. So, okay. So, everyone talks about, right? High level players will say cope with this,
Yes.
right? Because this is the Shining Wizard, right? Here's Shining Wizard, right? So you see how it kind of leans forward like a little bit,
Yeah.
and then there's Giant Swing, where like they're like, oh, just notice the difference because it's very clear. No, there isn't. Screw that. That's stupid. Don't worry about that. Here's what you need to do, right? Okay. Let's say I'll be cool about it, right? Okay. Let's say I am here, right? This is where I am on stage. What throw do you think I'm gonna do?
I think you're going to do the Shining Wizard. Oh wait, I'm a liar. Hang on.
No. Okay. Why do you
Wait.
think I'm gonna do Shining?
Does Okay. I have not been
Giant
100%
Swing.
clear on this. Does Giant Swing throw you behind him?
No.
Yes. Okay, so you would do Giant Swing 100%.
Right. I'm gonna do Giant Swing if my ass is back behind the wall. Even when it's like right, even though it's like, oh, it's unseeable and I can't tell the difference between that and I know it's like a visual mix-up.
Right, it's risk
I'm
reward
literally
still.
using positioning to tell me. Okay, he's here. His dumb ass is gonna do it. I pressed it too late, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Boom, already half my life. And remember what I said about health, right? Like Shining Wizard does what, like 40? 45? I was too close. It does that much? But if I'm half health and my back is to the wall, what is he gonna do 90% of the time? He's gonna Giant Swing me. So the real King players will purposely like be able to do both at point blank range.
Right.
Like, there's a guy by local named Grimace who can do it, and I genuinely have to guess. But don't even worry about that. That doesn't come for years.
Yeah.
You worry about when that happens. But if I know that I'm at half health and my literal butt is towards the wall, he's gonna Giant Swing me. If I'm right in the open and he's running at me, who the hell is gonna do a running forward half circle back? Nobody. Right?
Right.
So that's how you can tell, even with a quote unquote unwinnable, unseeable situation, I've been able to neutralize both. That's how you do it. So it's all about information surrounding like what they're gonna do. And by the way, the same thing happens. Hold on, let me. The same thing happens where, once you realize you can buffer throws. Let me try it. I can't do it. you get what I mean. You can basically input a half circle within these moves.
Right.
So if you see them throw, like you see them do jab into like a throw, it's probably giant swing, because this input, this, oh maybe, oh you know what? I did it too bad. Yeah, you can. Is it this new? Is it? I guess you can. Whatever. Nobody is gonna be just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this, right? Like they're gonna be like, all right, dumbass, he's literally going in a circle. He's gonna do giant swing, like that. That's how it is.
Right.
So, again, waiting for the second thing and understanding their habits to like get to those places is like do so. They do this in Guilty Gear. You know how like it's like what, Shine Dare for Falco? Same thing. Or like what's a common 2-hit thing in Melee? It's been a while since I played.
Shine
like
Nair,
block.
Nair Shine.
Nair Shine.
Yeah.
Shine Down Air. Laser Nair, Laser Grab, Shine Grab. Like, you don't want to just, no one can react to Shine, right? You punish the second thing. We'll see what they do after. Anyways, I hope that helps.
It does.
Are there any other questions?
Maybe timings? Changing timings?
Oh god. Okay.
Too much?
Because you're saying that because like I'm literally doing this right now. First off, this takes years
Yeah.
to do so.
Yeah, it's hard to change timings.
So I will tell you this, at least for the level that you're at now, that where you see like delayable strings, again, just kind of waiting for the second thing is like going to be your best bet. So unfortunately, I don't like how they made this change, and I don't like this in American players. And Pleb agrees with me too, is that Americans have gotten like very lazy like with their offense, because the last hit of so many strings counter hit launch, right? Like this, you see me do, not that one, like you see me do this, you know, what's another one? It's like, or you can see how like I can like the little things, like I can delay that. A lot of characters like have this like I think of any character, you could probably think of like a delayable string, right?
Not me.
What's that?
Not me. The Katarina does not.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does.
One.
It doesn't launch, but it knocks down. It's like a 2-hit mid string. It's like 2 gut checks.
Oh, that is not delayable. That it's
Okay,
either mid or
weird.
high. It's either mid or high. You just have to guess.
But at least for you, there's a lot of strings that disincentivize you for pressing on the third one.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have like delays in it. So I can do this as fast as possible, right? Right, or I could wait a bit. Right, see how I waited?
Yeah.
And even though it's like I'm inhumanly anime man and spins super fast, like is like design, it like does so. So, and the same thing of just like waiting, I would treat the final hit of these strings as like your second thing, right? Because in this case, right, it launches on counter hit, but this is -12, so you can punish that. And some have like mix-ups, right? Like I have this, but in both cases, I'm still basically losing my turn. It's a risk for me to do this, because now you can do whatever you want just by waiting, and this can be delayed too. So I would treat these delayable strings that have like counter hit launches as like your second thing that I talked about, of like just waiting. There are other cases where it's like waiting on like the third hit the low parry or sidestep. Like Dragunov's like 1-2-4, I think is an example.
Osmio's 2-1-4.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good example. Yeah, I could do that now. Where's Kazuya Mishima?
I think
So this is just like-
either 1-2-4 or 2-1-4. I can't remember.
I think it's like. Wait. Hold on. Let me do these resets. Defaults. It's like Oh yeah,
And there's a fourth hit to that. I don't know what's the input.
it's 4-3. Yeah. So, see how I can delay these? And the same thing is like you should treat this as like your third thing to do, or like your second thing to do. Let me record. That's actually fine. I can do that. I'm waiting. Like second thing.
Okay.
And the same thing of like either just wait and there's again back for like counter hits. That. Okay, that's the boot. Like this is hella delayable.
Yep.
Like
You can jab. Damn.
it's but like that. And that gives you electric. That's what gives you an electric.
Oh, like free electric, like a combos?
Electric, full combo.
Oh.
Like that gives me an electric. So if I wait for this as the second thing, I launch him. Right. So for right now, in terms of strings, think of that last counter hit launcher as like the second thing you need to look out for. If you're talking about like timings with like poking, that's a whole different donation. That's harder for me to explain. But for right now, on like strings with like these counter hit launches, just wait. Because you'll then start to know against characters like, oh, these are the strings that like end in lows. Like I said, remember with Asuka, of like just waiting for like that low, that comes with time. I know like what I'm saying is like this has like helped me, but I've also gotten hit with like this shit like 1,000 times before like me doing it, which does take time for practice, right?
Right.
But for right now, because a lot of at least Americans are very lazy with offense, just wait. Like I literally have a whole video posted on me on YouTube about where like Little Majin said I was defensive because I'm waiting for shit like this. Because Armor King actually has that. I don't have it on this DLC on this account, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
But I will say about like timings in the same thing for like Smash, like you can still do the same move, but if you delay it a little bit, that like helps a lot. So you've probably seen it where it's like you and I are playing, and then it's like I finish you with a hell sweep or something, right? And
Right.
then the next round, okay, you're low on health again. I dash forward because you know that's what it's gonna be, and then you duck, and then I still do it. That's because you let go of ducking, and you're like, but I ducked. It's like, well, you let go because I tricked the timing in delaying it.
Right.
Even though it was the same move, even though it was the same launch buttonable shit, I still delayed it. And that's like strings are included in that. But mix-ups don't have to just be, okay, I did a mid, now I'm gonna do a mid, or a mid and then to a low. It can be mid, wait, and then do it. Like in my most recent set with like fighting GM, like sometimes I would purposely like mash after minus because I'd already set the expectation that I was gonna hold back. But now that my timing is different, it gets him. So I would say if you're gonna do the same move twice, wait a little bit, and then defending that last hit of the string, just wait.
Okay.
Just like a little bit. It doesn't have to be a whole fucking 5 seconds, just like just chill out for a little bit, because there are very rare moves where you like delay forever, and that you learn over time. Like this is one, but you know what I mean. So I would start there, because otherwise a conversation about timing is going to take a long time. But I would start there.
Okay.
Anything else? For now? That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's play.
Oh
I
god.
showed you.
I hope you remember.
So I'll invite you. Delaying Hellsuit, exactly. Since Itsu was in it, then I'll invite him too.
I was here for half of it because I was on a phone call.
Don't worry.
I was also practicing.
And remember, these I showed you, you can use yours to your advantage too, right? This is not just for defense, but also for offense.
Yeah. When you said about delayable strings, I'm like, I don't have that. That didn't apply to me.
But Shay, if there's anything that you need to remember, just look at me. Both of you are comfortable with your own character. Just look at me.
Oh,
I know it's weird. It's gonna feel like everything's all twitchy. Just look at me, and I guarantee you things will be way easier to punish. Trust me.
I can agree to this because I've been able to low parry more often because I don't look at Katarina anymore.
I guarantee you, when I played with Dozen, he literally punished me so much more, and he would just get me. Because he was so comfortable with what he's doing, he's just looking at me.
Okay.
This is actually a good one, because walls can make this a little more complicated, but just in the open. It's like, nice.
Round 1. Fight.
Alright, so I have your stream open.
Okay. Okay.
That's before where you were talking about Asuka. I saw you were talking about Asuka, but I couldn't hear a single thing.
Just, it's about defense. See, okay. Okay.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. I missed it.
You see what I was gonna do, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm waiting to see what you're gonna do. There you go.
Okay.
See? I was a little more boring, but you killed me with half health. See how many more risks I had to take because you had the lead?
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Yep. There you go. Boom. See, you just waited and you literally didn't beat my shitty mix-up. There you go.
Oh my god.
See how much easier it is? Just look at me. I am the captain now.
I'm looking.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, word?
Oh, word? 3 plus 4?
Oh, nice. It didn't reach.
Round 4.
But see how many more risks you had to take?
Yeah.
You're like, I gotta do something when you had low health. Now you have the advantage.
I've never seen that throw.
That's a generic.
Nice.
Oh no. Try to jump back 3. That's step 1. I'm fucking up. No, wait.
Step more.
There you go. In one session, you already beat me.
You win.
GG, shake my hand. How much-
Coach.
Now I want you to do that to Itsu.
Oh no.
God.
Don't worry, Shay. Just do the same thing you always do with me. Parry, magic 4.
But just because you were aware, there's literally only like 2 things you did like in sequence to each other and parry. The whole match. Normally you're just like, parry, what's he gonna do? See how much by just waiting? I'm like, I don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
It's okay if you both know what you're gonna do. That's fine.
Lows scare me. I don't react.
Dude, I'm also scared of blows.
Because if you don't get hit by highs or mids, that's most of the damage. Because I don't have a hell sweep, well I kind of do, but like, not a scary one.
Look, okay, I started thinking about adopting this mentality at one point, and then I watched Pleb get swept by, wasn't it Anakin repeatedly? Or was it slid by his Shaheen? An entire round?
So the reason why that happened is because he was in the middle of the stage. And he just didn't. Look at that match, he's
Situational
in the middle of the
awareness.
stage. And literally, it doesn't matter in the middle of the stage, he's not going to duck low.
Round 1.
Right.
I've seen him duck low near the wall when he does his low parry, but he didn't do it in the middle of the stage. And by the way, once you've like are done waiting and you got a good read on him, that's when you go crazy.
Wow. I can't believe you actually unlocked that.
Oh my god, that was.
He just knew I was gonna 1-4. He blocked that so clean.
Oh my god.
Round
My 2 got snuffed out by his jab.
Fight.
Well played.
Okay, that was good because he's literally at the back against the wall and you have the advantage. What the hell is he gonna do?
That's funny.
Jeez.
Round 3. Fight.
There you go.
Oh my god. The game's
Yeah.
I don't see it on my side, but
Yo, sidestep right, broken.
OP.
literally, you spanked both of us by just looking at us. See how much more harder it got?
Yes, it felt weird.
I know it feels weird. I know it's like uncomfortable for a long time, but you will get there. And I know there's like to roll back and like you see Kazuya trying to wave dash and it's just like, oh my god, he's literally studying towards me. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
It will come in time. I trust you. That by just looking at them and waiting for the second thing, you're gonna do so much better. I swear to God. 'Cause
Thank
that's
you,
blocking, that's
Chichi.
pushing, that's everything. Now go do it in quick match.
Oh, fuck.